Why, howdy lovelies, it's Lady Pelvic with Pelvic Gaming to talk about one of the most confusing and frustrating yet lovable franchises ever. Yes, I'm talking about Kingdom Hearts, specifically Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Originally out for the PSP, but I played it with the 1.5, 2.5, PlayStation 4 remastered remix, whatever the fuck, that came out late this March. So technically another 2017 game? Now let's lay down the history between me and Kingdom Hearts. I've played 1, I've played 2, I've played Chain of Memories twice, never beat it twice, 4th Riku kicked my ass twice. I played it on the Game Boy Advance and I played it when it was remade for the PlayStation 2. I hated it both times, 'cause cards. Of course, I played Birth by Sleep, and at the time of me filming this, I actually have beaten Dream Drop Distance, which will be my next review that I'm not really excited for. But anyways, let's bring it back to Birth by Sleep and talk about why this game is so important to the Kingdom Hearts franchise. You have the option of picking 3 characters. Terra, who's stupid gullible, and you have Ventus, who's stupid boring, and Aqua, which is this game's savior. You have to play each of these characters in order to reach the true ending. There's also another ending if you play on critical or proud mode, but fuck that noise, I have Google. So each character's story shows their perspective on certain situations, interacting with different characters, etc., and can range between 8 to 10 hours. 14 if you're me and like the grind. Something to keep in mind is Birth by Sleep is a prequel to Kingdom Hearts and starts off with 3 friends, 2 of which are taking the Mark of Mastery exam, Aqua and Terra. They perform their best in the company of Master Eraqus and Master Xehanort, who for some reason nobody picks up on how evil this guy is. The golden eyes, he's hunched over, his hands behind his back as if he's always scheming, the posture, the fact that he nurtures darkness. But anyways, we'll cover that in a moment. Aqua passes the exam and Terra fails due to his darkness. Master Eraqus then receives news that the darkness is running amok in the world and sends his people Terra to solve the case and attempts to redeem himself. Now this is where the story branches off, and it's advised you play as Terra first, who in my opinion has the hardest fights, Ventus, who was easy mode, and then Aqua, who had medium difficulty. If you don't play in that order, it's not a big deal, the story just flows a bit better. So Terra is sent off to explore the rampaging darkness, introducing new creatures known as the Unversed, which are also stupid. Aqua is sent to spy on Terra to ensure he doesn't lose control of the darkness, and Ventus, who's told to stay at home. However, he's coaxed by a boy in a strange getup to follow Terra, as he won't be the same Terra he once knew. So they each set out on their journey to visit different Disney worlds. Now what's cool about this is each Disney character visits a world in a different point of the world's story. An example of this is Terra is at Cinderella's royal ball, while Ventus came at the part of crafting Cinderella's dress, and Aqua came during the glass shoe fitting. However, even with their attempts to switch it up, I wish they took it a step further and had certain characters go to different worlds entirely. By my 3rd run with Aqua, I was exhausted going to the same worlds. Still, each of the characters' journeys were interesting in their own right, overall emphasizing the importance of friendship coupled with classic Disney humor.
Look, we've been through this. I got 2 words for you. Student, teacher, ratio.
Another thing to note while visiting the worlds is the characters you'll meet, or be reintroduced to. But the one main problem with this is these reveals, and the emotional scenarios that can fall exceptionally flat if you're not familiar with the Kingdom Hearts series, particularly 1 and 2, and I guess Chain of Memories. You'll probably feel the character interactions are shallow, as many seemingly familiar faces get less than a minute of total screen time. However, if you're already acquainted with Organization 13, these reveals made you so giddy.
Ta-da! What do you think?
Not a whole lot.
You're just jealous. I'm Lee. Got it memorized?
Also, I should mention as you go through these worlds, you'll find Xehanort reports. Read them. They're important. I know that was a lot to digest, but now we're going to move on to the gameplay. It's an action role-playing game. However, each character is a bit different. Terra hits hard but slow, Ventus hits fast but not hard, and Aqua is the spellcaster. And all have access to Shock Lock, which is a blessed attack where you're invulnerable and deal decent damage. Now Birth by Sleep brings forth something called the command system. In your command deck you equip skills or commands, and when used they have a cooldown system. This is different from Kingdom Hearts' mana system, and to be honest I enjoyed the cooldown system a lot more. They also took from Kingdom Hearts 2's forms. When the bar at the bottom left fills up, even partially, based on what attacks you used, you may switch forms, aka command styles. If you fill the bar up twice while still in that form, you'll do a special attack and then revert to your normal state.
Wind! Take that!
After winning battles, you don't only learn XP, but CP, aka command points, to level up your commands. Once fully leveled up, you'll be able to meld them into making better and stronger commands, which I really enjoyed doing. Secondly, wayfinders, which are good luck charms you receive at the start of the game, and are strong game changers. They allow you to form dimension links, or D-links with characters you create a bond with. D-links allow the player to use that character's skill set in place of their own for as long as the bottom right blue bar remains filled. Note, you won't be able to change command styles. If you fight while in D-links, sometimes enemies will drop a special emblem among the HP spheres, money, and D-link diamonds. These emblems power up the bond by adding another ability, such as auto teleport or double XP. Now there's one huge problem I have with D-Link. When you fill up the command bar under D-Link, you use a special attack. My problem with this is it cannot be re-aimed or cancelled. Thankfully you're invincible during this time, but you're still waiting there for the attack to be over so you can resume with being productive.
Take that! Yeah! Take that! Gotcha!
Birth by Sleep also had minigames, which I didn't mess with at all until the game made me. To be honest, I like my minigames in Mario Party and that's about it. There's also a sticker system, find stickers, place the sticker, get commands, or you could just buy them like a normal person. There's also the Mirage Arena. I dabbled in it only because there are certain commands that are exclusive to the Mirage Arena, which is an area where you fight hordes of Unversed and take down the boss of that stage. Now let's talk about this game's cheap combo-ass bosses. Bosses got fucking hard, man. Any non-Disney human character was cheap as hell. They did combos that you could not break from. You had to hope that you had enough health to live through that if you got caught. You had to get creative and utilize all of what you had to take these suckers down. Remember, blocking reflects projectile attacks, or block could put a hard stop on some physical blows. And remember to frequently dodge and not just mash the attack button, because bosses will break your combos. These fights definitely bring out the player's skills. Disney boss battles are a bit more lighthearted, and oftentimes you have a teammate to back you up. Graphics. So, for coming from the PSP, I don't have any complaints, especially for the cinematics, which are gorgeous, even if the only cinematics in the game were during the game's opening. Kingdom Hearts also, as a series, bounces from painted-on faces to less crucial scenes to lively eyes. It's just the thing I picked up on. Now, character design, I don't know what happened with Terra, guys. Ventus, cool, looks like a traditional Nomura design. Aqua, not bad, I'm not a fan of her arm sleeves or whatever the hell you call it. But Terra, upper body on point, muscular, got some shoulder armor, midsection cool. Then we have his pants, his damn Hakama pants. I have nothing against Hakama pants, but with that outfit, it just doesn't flow. It doesn't make sense. Terra's not even a fucking samurai. I just hate fucking Terra's getup. Maybe I just hate Terra, I don't know. But you know what Terra and friends do have? Thick, beautiful eyelashes. I need Square to come out with a mascara or a fake eyelash brand titled Nomura Lashes. I'd buy it. Moving forward to enemies and levels, I'm not really impressed. For every kind of Heartless, there was an Unversed to match. Honestly, out of all the Kingdom Hearts enemies, Heartless, Nobodies, and the Unversed, at least from what I've played, the Unversed are the most forgettable, not only in design but in origin. Level design also was shitty at times. Example, in Neverland, you're on small cliffs where enemies were poorly placed. As you whack the Unversed, they fall, and of course, you're not going to go after them unless you want to make the climb all over again. And if you're distant from an enemy for too long, they disappear and respawn at full health. Lastly, the music, which was great. Kingdom Hearts music is always great. If I had to select something like my top 5 JRPG soundtracks, Kingdom Hearts as a series would be on the list. Each world has its own music and battle theme, and the battle themes are fantastic, have always been fantastic, and I like to think will always be fantastic. The theme, simple and clean, is always pleasant to the ears and never gets old. Personally, my favorite track in Birth by Sleep is Rowdy Rumble. It plays when you're about to get rowdy and rumble with a notable enemy. I absolutely love the opening tiptoeing segment. I don't know how to describe it, but it plays throughout the entire track. And the build-up when they start adding drums, it's the best. Enjoy! This game gets a solid 8.5 out of 10 for me. Fantastic game in the Kingdom Hearts series, despite some of the characters being incredibly stupid. It shows you where it all began. Just so we're clear, Aqua isn't stupid, she's the best. My biggest bleh about this game is you have to revisit the worlds over and over, and even though they tried to switch it up, by the third playthrough with Aqua, I was bored. It did not retain my interest. I wish there were some characters that had exclusive worlds to them. It wasn't until the final episode I was like, oh snap, gotta focus again. Alright, here we go. And while I love the battle system in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, I really wish I could cancel or redirect certain attacks. I feel like that's a basic necessity in gaming. Other than that, the emotions that this game gave you were real. I could officially add this game to the list of games that have made me shed a tear or two. And since we're here, what is a game that has made you cry, or at the very least has been emotionally taxing? For me, I would say this, Undertale, Genocide Route, Papyrus rest his soul, and of course, the best game ever, Nier Automata. Thank you for watching. Top box is more of my reviews, and the bottom box is my Let's Play channel. I'm trying to get snipper clips rolling again, I'm sorry. If you don't know, I love you, appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. To be honest, I'm not entirely excited to review Dream Drop Distance.